Hi, in this video we are going to learn what is file share in Azure, and then we are going to mount this file share, or you can connect this file share to the Windows and Linux instance. So we are going to perform this in the two parts. In the first part we are going to uh, create a file share, and then we will mount this file share with the Linux instance, and the same thing we are going to do with the Windows instance in the second part. So I have just mentioned the list that we are going to do so that you can note down the steps. So in the part one, we'll create file share, then we create one Linux instance, and then we will connect this Linux instance to SSH, and then we will mount the file share to this instance, and then we'll see the effect of it. The same thing we are going to do with the Windows instance in the part two. In the part two, we will be going to first create a Windows instance, and then we are going to connect this Windows instance, and then we will be going to mount this file share, uh, which we created on the Azure to this Windows instance, and then access the files using these instances. So let's start. And for this, we need to have a Azure account. Means we are going to do this activity on the Microsoft clouds. So we must have an Azure account where we are going to create a file share. So let's start. Okay, so this is my Azure portal where we are going to create our all the activities. So this is basically for the file share activity. So the file share must be created inside the storage account. Just to revise that whatever the things, whatever the resources that we use onto the Azure must be inside the source group. So you must have a source group created for you, or you can create uh, dynamically at runtime. But all the sources must be inside the source group. And then we are going to create one storage account because all the storage types which we use onto Azure will be inside the storage account. So we have four kind of storages are available: blobs, files, tables, and the queue. So this exercise is to demonstrate the file. So first we create the storage account. So let us go to storage account. You can type a storage account, and then you can go to create. So here you need to provide that inside which resource group you want to create this storage account. So either you can select, if already resource group is created for you, you can select from here, or you can create a new one. So let's say I'll create demo rg1, and then we need to give details for the storage account. Now this name must be uh, unique, so I'll give demo IoT storage, and then reason we have to mention, and then we have the option of standard and premium. So premium is basically more expensive because it is for the high performance where the latency is very low. So I'm going for the standard, which is a kind of moderate type. And we have another options for redundancy here. Redundancy means we want to go for a backup. So Azure provides a high backup and guarantees for the high availability of all the sources that we are using onto the cloud. So we have different options are there. Basically, four options are there that you want to create a backup in the local regions only, sorry, in the local zone only, or you want to keep the backup in the multiple availability zones in the same region, or you want to create the backup in different regions. So depending on your choice or the criticality of the data, you can choose, and the cost are variable. So we are going for a very basic backup, which is a local redundant storage that makes three copies of your storage in the same zone. So I'll select this, and then I am keeping other things as default. So I'll go for review just to see what configuration I have made so far. So it will show you all the things that which resource group we have used for this deployment. Okay, so I am okay with all the settings so far. I go to create. It will take some time to properly configure. Once it is ready, uh, we can go to file share and then upload some files onto this file share. So now we can see that deployment is succeeded. It is complete. Okay, so go to the source. Now, inside this storage account, we see four options are there: blob, file, queue, and table. Our interest is to work on this file option. We'll go to file, and then we will be going to create a file share. So here, let's say it's a demo file. So all the names must be in a small. So I'll say IoT demo file share. The things I'm keeping default. I'll just click on create. So this is done. Our file share is created. Now inside this storage means this file share where I'm going to upload some files. So I'll go inside it, and then so if you see here in the browse option, it is empty. We don't have anything so far. So we'll go and upload some file here. So file we can select. So from your drive, let's say I have one file. Let's say file one I want to upload. So it is completed. Just refresh this. So you can see this, it's available now. So sometimes it takes times to configure other things. So now file one text is being uploaded. Okay, the next thing is we need one Linux instance. So for Linux instance, we need to create a virtual machine, a Linux virtual machine. So we'll go here and go for virtual machine. You can write here or you can select from here. So let me open this in a new tab so that we can go parallelly both the options, the storage account and new virtual machine. Okay, so here we'll create one virtual machine. I'll go to here and click on create. So here I'm going to create one Ubuntu machine. So it will ask under which research group, under which resource group you need to create this. So we'll select this demo RG1 resource group. So here I will write Linux virtual machine. This is our virtual machine, or you can say Ubuntu, whatever the name you want to give. Then you have to select the region where you want to deploy. I'm keeping all the things default. Here you will be selecting which AMI you want to use to configure your machine. So I want to uh, make an Ubuntu instance. So I'll go with this option, LTS generation 2. And then this is the configuration that we are going getting one virtual CPU, 3.5 gigabytes of memory. Okay, that's fine. Then I go with the password option. So here we need to specify the name of your machine. So I'll give Ubuntu user. You can give any name, and then password we have to give. You can give any name. Okay, so this is done. And then we are going to connect this instance using SSH. So it's already there. If you want to connect this through a browser, you can just enable all these options. So it will allow you to also connect your instance to the browser. Okay, this is done, and then we will just click on review. I have kept all the other options as default because our primary purpose here is to use this instance and then mount the file share with this instance. This is what we are going to try here. Okay, everything is validation is passed, means everything is okay. We can create your virtual machine. It will take some time to properly configure and deploy your machine. So it shows that deployment is complete. Now machine is ready to work on this, work on it. So the very first thing is we need to connect to this machine remotely using SSH. Okay, for this we need something. We need to know what is the public IP of this, and also along with the public IP, we need to know what is the credential, means the username and the password. Okay, so go to the resource that is your virtual machine, and then you see all the details like it is inside the resource group demo rg1. It's running. It is the location, and then this is the public IP which we are looking for. Okay, and then we will go to command prompt. Here we will write SSH, and then we have to write the username Ubuntu user, and then we have to write its public IP. Public IP is this, and then you have to say yes, and then it will ask you password. So you write the password here, and we are successfully able to log into a machine. Now we want to uh, mount the file share with this Ubuntu machine. So basically what we are going to do when we say mounting, so this file share is behaving as a local drive. So once you are finished with mounting, you can use that file share as a local drive of this machine. So here if you go in your storage account, then you can see this is a storage account, and inside the storage account when you go to file share, this is the file share which is name is IoT demo file share. When you go here, you have the one file inside it. Okay, now we want to mount this. So for this, what is required? You go to here, and then you can go to connect, and here you will find the option Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So in our case, we are interested for Linux. You can Linux, and you can see that the mount point is IoT demo file share. This is the file share that we are going to mount. So you need to uh, know this name, and then go to show script. We need to copy the script. So you click on this, and then this script need to be provided here. That will help us to mount. You can click on paste anyway. Now this is thing you have to keep in mind that your mounting is done at this path. So we need to know this is MNT IoT demo file share. Okay, done. And then now you can easily see means from your Linux machine the content which are in the file share. So first we have to go to that path, that is MNT IoT. Let us check what is the name. So if we say ls, then this is IoT demo file share. Okay, cd IoT demo file share. Now if you see what is the content inside, we write the command ls. So file1.txt, which is visible here. If you go here, and you can see that one file1.txt is visible here. Now if we are going to create any file here, let's say I create nano mm, file 2.txt, and then if you write this is file 2 test, you can save as control s and control x. This file is done. Now if you go back here, and if you refresh this, okay, so you can see now the file 2.txt is visible. So if we see what are the content here, so you can see the cat file 2.txt is the same file. So this is the file 2.txt is basically the content of this file. So if you go here, if you download this file, so you can see this is the same file that is visible here. So this mounting is done in the Linux machine. Now we will see the same in the Windows machine. So we'll be doing this exercise in the as a second lab in the second video, and the link is given in the description box. So you can see there what is the link for the second video. So that is all for this video. Thank you very much.